I'm Peter Prindle. I'm a native Santa Cruzan. I'm the president of the Prindle Management Company. When I got the telephone call from Bill Teisling, first thing he said was, Pete, you've been selected as Man of the Year. And I thought he was pulling my leg. It turns out he wasn't. The more I thought about it, I got tearful on the inside, and because I just couldn't believe that this honor was being presented to me, and it was just made me feel wonderful on the inside. When my parents passed away in 1998, my brother and I formed the Prindle Management Company. My brother had been working in real estate with my dad for quite some time. I had been working in education for 25 years, and I loved it. It was wonderful. I loved working with kids, I loved working with teachers, I loved seeing things change, and I loved fixing things in the educational system whenever I had an opportunity to do that. But I remember I was in one very intense parent-student-teacher conference, and my brother called on the telephone, and the secretary came down to get me, and my brother says, look, I know you're in a big high-powered meeting, but I need you to call me back in the next 10 minutes, or I'm going to sell this piece of property that we inherited from our parents for $1 million. And then click. I'm walking back to the meeting, and I'm going, what piece of property? And how much is that thing worth? And I can't call you back in the next 10 minutes. So that was when I realized I needed to take a leave of absence from education and go help my brother. And so we started the Prindle Management Company. Business can sometimes be a lonely profession because if you don't come into contact with other people, you don't get that stimulation. So I wanted to reach out into the community, and I remembered that my mother and father had both been on the Friends of Long Marine Lab board, and my aunt, Nancy Lenz, had been on the board, and her husband had been on the board. And I thought, well, that was a good place to start. Being on the board, I learned a whole lot about the oceans that I didn't, know anything about. I mean, I was a body surfer, and so I loved being in the water. I didn't really know what was underneath the water. Like, I didn't realize that there was this huge submarine canyon that's out there that's larger than the Grand Canyon. I didn't realize that there were all these wonderful sea creatures that nobody has ever seen before that they were discovering. Finding balance in your life, that has always been something that I've strived to find for myself in terms of trying to balance family and community and business and pleasure. My parents were excellent role models in terms of finding balance within those things. And they worked as a team. My mom handled the books. My dad did real estate deals on a handshake. There's so many things to get involved in Santa Cruz. Once you get started on volunteering for these groups, one thing kind of leads to another. The Friends of Long Marine Lab led to my developing a passion for being involved in the community. That led to LOBA, the locally owned business alliance. That was a springboard to getting in the chamber. And then from the chamber, I ended up in the Downtown Management Corporation. So there's just been, like kind of a springboard of things. And then that led to being on the Cabrillo's President's Circle and doing fundraising for students that need a helping hand. The other one, of course, is Rotary. I don't know how I could possibly forget Rotary. Picking out the things that, you can be passionate about or that you feel are going to be good things for the community of Santa Cruz is actually a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Patrice Edwards. Well, I think the area that Pete impressed me most was his leadership skills. That when he was in office, the chamber had experienced the downturn of the economy, and he was creative and innovative in ways that I hadn't seen before. I just want to say, Pete, that you did such a great job in '09 and '10 that you made me look really good in '11, because I just stayed the course. Thanks, Pete.
I'm Lisa Rose, and I'm the director of the Friends of Long Marine Lab. The thing that I think of most when I think of the Prindles and the Lenzes is that they've built a family legacy here at the Seymour Center and at Long Marine Lab. And so I think with that continuity, I think it really adds to their knowledge of what was done before and how much we've had to grow, strategically grow. And that's where Peter is excellent at, and that is having a focus, having a goal. When he took over the presidency, he hit the ground running. He had already had a plan, and so by the end of his year term, he had accomplished all of the goals that he set out, and we're a better organization because of it.
My name is John Huffman. I am a member of the Rotary Club of Santa Cruz and also the chairman of the Downtown Management Corporation. Pete was charged with the responsibility of organizing a community project for our club. And so he applied for two district grants through our district. We got funding. The first grant was to provide video surveillance cameras and digital recording devices in one of the off-street public parking structures in downtown Santa Cruz. And the other grant was to provide new uniforms for Hope Services workers in the downtown that basically clean the sidewalks and pick up trash and litter and so forth. And these new uniforms gave the Hope Service workers a sense of pride and professionalism and identity as to the job that they do. Congratulations for being Man of the Year.
I'm Julie Barrett-Heffington. I'm the director of the Seymour Marine Discovery Center, part of Long Marine Laboratory. Peter is a person who believes in what he does. He's a person who takes actions on those beliefs and gives of his time, his skills, his talents, and he's philanthropic. He's a person who has helped the Seymour Marine Discovery Center build a vision, and he's a person who has helped us build a legacy of what we want to do in the future, and he's left his own legacy here with the work his family's done, with the work that he's done. And legacy typically means looking back, perhaps, but with Peter Prindle, it's also looking forward.
I'm Doug Lay, and I'm a local resident of Santa Cruz, California. Pete is who we want to be. He is the most caring person I know. He's somebody who just cares about his family deeply. He even takes his mother-in-law on vacations. That's how committed he is. All of those qualities about Pete are terrific, but the real reason he's being honored tonight is that he didn't do what a lot of people did or want to do or might have done. He could have gone down to the beach, our beloved 4th Avenue, and watched the waves roll in. He could have gone up to Pastiempo and lost a lot of golf balls. But this is a guy who reached out into the community over and over again. I'm not going to take the time here to list all the organizations, but there are civic organizations, the downtown, UCSC, charitable, all of them have benefited from his care and his hard work and his willingness to take the hard calls when they came. Pete, it's been an honor to know you. It's just a tremendous honor to be here tonight and be able to celebrate with everyone in the room what a terrific person you are and how much you have given to this community. You are the best example of what civic commitment, contribution, leadership can be. We're behind you. Here's to you. Congratulations.